Hello and welcome. This is Julie Silver Stitches here on FlossTube and on Instagram. How's everybody doing? This is probably my 7th or 8th hour of filming today, so I filmed a regular FlossTube, and now I attempted to film a full-length feature film of an hour and 15 minutes. Wouldn't upload properly for my WIP parade, so we're doing it again in sections. So this section is my digital patterns. Take 43. Okay. Ready? I'm not going to rush through it because there's no need for that, but here we are. First one on the pile, because the pile has rearranged itself about 4 times now. This is Little Dove Designs. This is Little Dove's Year. This is December. Yep. So I am doing them all individually, and I already have 2 of them finished. When I finish that one, it'll be 3. So, fingers crossed. Next one on the pile is White Mandala 3 by Magnolia Handcraft. My friends. Alright, because I haven't said this about 15 times today. Okay. It's on a fiddler's cloth, it seems, and in like an oatmeal color. And this is where we're at. I'm really enjoying stitching this one. This is 2/1 in the variegated DMC Floss 4505. Look, I'm almost doing this whole thing by memory now because I've done it about 4 times today. Alright. The next one up is Mini Dragon in the Morning by Randall Spangler of Heaven and Earth Design. It is on an 18 count, 2/1. Started this by Royal Rose. Yeah. And then decided I wanted to work on the diagonal. And now I am stitching it row by row. This will come out for the next, until the 31st. I don't know when this is getting uploaded. So the 31st. And then January plans will commence. I will try and make another video between now and the 1st to let everybody know what the plans are, because still they're a little bit MIA, because who knows. My name is Julie. The next one, I don't know if I have a copy of this. I guess I could screenshot it and make a... Anyway, this is what it's going to look like. This is what it is. This is Coffee and Stitch by Romy's Creations. I am doing this all in, what's that called? Fancy Stitches. What's it called? Yep, that's all I got. Fancy Stitches. That's what we're going with. I'll put it down here if I remember it between now and then, but who knows. Alright, the next one up is almost at 45%, I think, so it's on its way to being halfway done. This is Mini Butterfly, no, this is Mini Beginner Seashell by Hiromi Karai. Not sure if it's still up, but Heaven and Earth Design. And this is where we're at. Currently working across that line of the face. So I'm going to eventually come over here and then start on the next diagonal. You know, just for fun. Because why not? Stitching should be fun. This way I can't count how many I have. I have 55 in total. That's all I got. Those are already finishes. Who knows why they're there. Alright, the next one, Skitters is maybe coming to want to join us because I cleaned off his spot today because it was a disaster over here. And now he's thinking, hey, I can sit up there now because there's a space. So maybe if I clean off this spot, and move everything around. He might jump up here eventually. Okay, next is this. This is a cropped piece. I self-cropped it. This is Cat on Bookshelf by Artisy. This is the whole thing. And then, oh, here comes Skitters. This is going to be what it's going to be in the end. He finally made an appearance. He didn't come and see me for the last round of filming, but now, whooped, now he's just gonna lie beside me. Okay, anyway, this is, I call it the lantern. We're going this way. So this is, sorry about all the threads, good grief. This is all I have. This is, there we go. This is what we've got done on that one. It is essentially all just right here. Nope. All just right here. That's how wide it's going to be. And then this is halfway up. So it will fit. Last weekend, I think, or last time I was focused on full coverages, I was making sure that all of the fabric that I was stitching on would be good. There is one more full coverage in here that I did not pull out. Nope. Because I'm planning on restarting it because this fabric isn't big enough. But it will go in the pile and I will show you, and it will be restarted at a later date. But I wanted to show you that it was in my rotation somehow. Okay. I am all over in this. This one is Ornament Dragon by Elisa Parker, Heaven and Earth Design. We're at 1,000 stitches. This is a, I don't know, moss, no, I don't know the color. Anyway, 1,000 stitches. I am going to have to frog out those letters, only because they're not going to make it. And Skitters is now pawing my leg, being like, don't do it, don't do it. Anyways, that's okay. Hey, little cute little boy. Alright, so what's this? This is also maybe, who knows, might be a new restart, because I'm not loving the fabric. This is QS Butterfly 2 by Ching Chu Kuik. I had it all written down on my tablet, but that's what it's going to be. This is what it is now. I don't know if I will restart it, but the 2/1 on whatever fabric this is seems quite bulky, but I might just continue because I'm so far. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Maybe. Okay, next is Pokemon starters. This is what it's going to look like. It's by Cross and Floss. And here we are. Woo, let's get a little bit more on that side since, there we go. All right, good enough. This is the top circular part of the whole design. So those ears are the top. This is, they are all the Pokemon starters, clearly, as the name says. Anyway, here we are. The next one I started December 10th of this year. 15th of this year, sorry. And I was originally stitching 27 stitches a day, but that decided to stop. This is called, this is an artist off of Facebook. Her name is Tammy Blevins, and I am calling this Sleepy Turtle. And here we are, just gotta get the right way. So this is where we're at. That is 219, I think 219 stitches or something. Anyway, it was fun times. Because, anyways. Alright, but that will not be continuing on a daily stitch because I had too many other things going on. I stopped doing it, so therefore I felt like I couldn't do it anymore. The next thing on the pile of full coverage WIPs is Mini, because they're all minis almost. Mini Watching the World Go by Lucy Pittaway. You can now, this is what it's going to look like. You can now find this on the Boffy website. The same pattern, a little bit more detailed, as a kit. Last time I checked, at least. Skitters, no. Ow. Ow. He just, okay, it's okay. May I have the fabric, please? Well, don't be like that. Thank you. Swiped and bit almost. Mummy's faster. You would have all been so impressed with my first video that I did today. I mean, the first WIP parade that I did. I was marking off on my tablet to make sure I told you all everything. And okay, so now this is Fractal 53. I don't have the tablet going anymore. Fractal 53 by Cross Stitch Collectibles. Zippy. Alright. Ziplocs. Alright, here we are. This is what it's going to look like if I haven't already showed you. And this is where we're at. It's a very loose weave. It's almost like it's an 11 count, but I'm pretty sure it's 14. It's going to be massive in the end, but here we are. This is the bottom, and I did count, and I'm currently working on the orange, and the black is all done. So the red and the black are all done, and currently working on that orange. Goes around and around and around and around and around and around and around. And I know I have a counting error somewhere in here, but I'm going to fudge it because why not? No Skitters. Now he just wants to play with everything. Alright, 12 minutes. I think I was also very much more rambly, of course, in the last one, when I was speaking for 75 minutes. This one is, what is this? This is Mini Snow Leopard. Oh boy, this is Mini Snow Leopard by Artisy. This is Mini Snow Leopard by Artisy. This is halfway across, so yes, I will make it. And I think that is 1,000 stitches. I'm pretty sure. I was on a get to 1,000 stitch goal at one point over the last month, just to make sure going into 2025 there was a whole selection of things. All right, the next one is Never Quit. This is by Stitchery Stitch. Stitchery Stitch. Etsy. Not sure if it's still there because this was a couple years ago. So, and I decided to do it on a blue, light blue Aida. And these margins are going to be quite close because I still have to stitch in day over here. Do you think I'm going to make it? Because that, my friends, is the end. Who knows? It's going to be very close, but here we are. And until proven otherwise, I am going to continue that because why not, right? Progress is progress, no matter how close to the edge. Alright, I have a very nice, neat little pile. This next one is super tiny, but I am still considering it full coverage because, no, we're doing digital, aren't we? Digital patterns, because it's on a digital surface. It's on Pattern Keeper. So, this is Golden Baby, and then this is the progress on Golden Baby. Not very far, but far enough to say it's a work in progress. It's on the tiniest little scrap of fabric. I think I'm going to make it. Sorry if you hear banging. Charlotte is being a disruptophobe. Alright. This next one is Mini Sunset Owl by Artisy as well. It was a free pattern on their website for a while. They have now taken it down, but here we go. This is where I'm at with that one. I like how the gradient goes into the browns down there, so that will be exciting to get into a different color palette than just the blues. This next one is a big one, and it is my second last one. This is my current largest stitch count, at least. Pretty sure it's my largest anyway. But 189,000 stitches. This is Sad Fairy by Elena Lazareva. No idea if it's on the website anymore. It's a Heaven and Earth Designs. And I'm pretty sure this is also 18 count. No idea where I got this fabric from because it's massive. But here we are, top left corner. And I quite enjoy how I'm finally getting into the darker colors because those were some light colors. All right, that is that. The last full coverage, excuse me, skaters. What's this? Oh, no, not the last full coverage. I am going to get a new piece of fabric for this, but I just wanted to show you that it was in my rotation. This is Mini Butterfly Rose Cross. This is Mini Butterfly Rose Cross by Bridget Ashwood. I do have the background, and this is where we're at, or this is where we stopped. I think that's the 990 stitch mark. I was getting to 1,000, realized that is going to be very close to this edge. Do I want to do that? I don't know. So I'm going to debate. I mean, probably if I started over here more like I was supposed to, it would have been okay, but I didn't, so it's not maybe gonna be okay. I don't know. Anyway, but I might just do that edge first, that right edge, because anything is possible. The next one, I just started not too long ago. There are 330 stitches into it, and it's going to be a little bit bigger than Mini Dragon in the Morning. It's like 392 by 392. If you know what I'm talking about, here we go. So this is on this massive piece of fabric. This is Steampunk Portal. I'm going to have to get used to saying that. And I am in the top left corner. I have decided to do 2/1. This was 1/1 I attempted, but it's not going to go over because look how, no, I like the 2/1 so much better. Because the piece is primarily 310, well, the darker colors are 310 and 939, so it's, the 310 isn't going to show up the way that I want it to. That is all for full coverage. That is 18 minutes. Skitters, should I try it again? Should I try and do the whole thing in one thing again? If not, I'll see everybody later in my next video. If I come back, that means it all worked out. So, I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to say goodbye to you for now. I might come back. I might not. I might start again. So we might have a whole nother introduction. Who knows? Charlotte, hopefully by the time I start refilming again, Charlotte will have stopped doing that. Okay. See everybody later. Thanks for watching. Hello, this is Julie Silver Stitches here on FlossTube and on Instagram. Welcome to part 2. I don't know if I'm going to connect them or not, whether it's going to work, but here we go. Are you ready? The rest of these, this is one of 2 bins, so it's going to be in 3 parts. The first part, this part, and then another part. But the first one in the bin was seasonal wordplay. It is Frosty Snow Day. And even though I miscounted, not going to redo it, this is where I'm at. Because it looks right to me right now, but as soon as I get to the pattern, it's not, but that's okay. And we're going to throw it in the bin to say that it's all done. Alright, the next thing up is why I decided to restart this video, because I took this out and I heard clink. I don't know where it is. This is Mushroom House by Mill Hill. This is where we're at with Mushroom House by Mill Hill. Are we still growling down there? Good grief. Might restart it on an 11 count to make it bigger, because I don't need it to be a magnet. I want it to be a cute thing. Could be interesting, but I'll see how it goes. I'm not the biggest fan of this perforated paper because it's such a small piece. I mean, if it was a bigger piece and I was stitching on it, it would be different, but it's smaller, and anyway, it's just very hard to hold. Next is Flox Box. Also might be a restart because I don't know if I have enough of the floss left. This is going to be like a whole I should just restart it box. Alright. That's okay though. Even though it's very pretty, it reminds me of a native piece. Bottom left to middle start. 2/1. I don't know if she was going for the native effect, but that's what I think of. Next one in here is Seahorses by Mill Hill. This is a full coverage on a 14 count piece of light blue Aida. I am parking all my threads because I'm treating it as a full coverage. This is, I think, where I fell in love with stepping the blocks. This is where we're at. The next one in the pile is by Alessandra Adelaide. This is Forever. It's on a 16 count piece of black Aida. And it goes like this. If you can hear that, that's Pikachu and Pokemon. Oh, that's Pokemon in the background. The first season. Alright. This one is by Maria Diaz. This is Winter Wishes. I am just doing this little snowman dude down here. And I realized when I was doing the last update, I held it upside down, so I'm glad I did not publish that. Just on a 14 count piece of white Aida. And that is rain. That's interesting. There we are. This is what it is. This is where I'm at. I only had a little piece of fabric, so therefore I only did part of the chart. Maybe one day I will do the whole thing, but as for right now, that is what it is. The next one I am doing is the Pedigree of Honey by Sharon Pope. This is what it's going to look like. Wow. All wrangly and stuff. And I only stopped working on this because I didn't have the called for colors. But I might pick it up again. because it's been a few years since I've worked on this, so maybe I will have the colors in my stash. Maybe not, but we'll see. This is where we're at. A little part of the beehive thing, and I guess that's a lamp of some kind. I think, maybe. I don't really know. I'm trying to figure out what Skitters is doing because he seems very playful. And yeah. Alright, the next one comes out of just cross stitch February 2023. And it is Cozy Winter Mugs by KEB Studio Creations. I'm doing this on a 14 count piece of raw oatmeal, some kind of Ada, using Roxy Flossco threads. The middle cup is almost done, so hooray. Alright, the next one is Buttercup by Nora Corbett. This is what it's going to look like eventually. And this is where she's at right now. And I think I figured out that it goes this way, maybe? What's going on, Skitters? Next one in this pile is So Busy by Dimensions. This is one of my older charts. I mean, a lot of them are my older charts when it comes to the paper copies, but here we go. Especially the kits. The Dimensions kits, they were all pretty old school. That's So Busy, and this, as well magically, is So Busy. The whole top right part of this chart is done, I think, minus the back stitching. So now I'm just working on down here. Maybe one day it will get all finished. Just maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? It's not a rush. Right? Alright, next on the list, on the pile, comes from this book. This is A Cross Stitcher's Countdown to Christmas. I think published in 2007 or 2008. And I'm working on this. This is A Christmas Welcome by Claire Crompton. And then I'm doing this on a royal blue piece of 14 count Ada. Just part of the house. Two more things in this box. Oops, sorry, Skitters. Oops. This is Fairy Tale by Dimensions. Fairy Tale by Dimensions. It's a Dimensions Gold collection. I think I ended up picking this one up at my Dollarama, maybe? For a while, Dollarama was having like Dimensions kits. It was interesting. Alright, and this is where we're at. Top left corner. This is the page mark. Yeah, that's the whole page. That's the page mark. Bottom of the page. last thing for this box, and then I'll press pause and keep going. Or stop and keep going. Alright, this is a modern folk embroidery. This is the Moonshine Cabin. It was a collaboration with Evertote and Roxy Floss. At the time, Leo and Roxy Floss Co. Carrie dyed the fabric. I can't tell you the color because I can't remember, but it is a 28 count. Pretty sure it's a linen. Could be an even weave, but I don't think so. Halfway there, or at least the top 2 pages are done. At the time when I started this in 2019, I did not have the proper lighting. I did not have the proper magnification. It was a disaster. I picked it up over December, the beginning of December, and stitched and stitched and stitched. Sorry. And now we're here. So that's great. So hopefully by next Christmas it will be done. Alright, that is that for that box. I don't have anything else in that box, so I might say bye. I might say see you in the next clip. I'm not sure. So thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Alright, welcome back. This is part 3 of my work in progress parade. Look, I did it that time. My name is Julie, if this is the fresh start of a new video, and welcome. Okay, so this is bin number 3 of, there's only really 2 bins, so here we are. So previous videos I did a full coverage I did a digital copy parade, and then I did bin 1, and now I'm doing bin 2. The rest of these are all just either paper, well, they're all paper copies, whether they be charts or from a magazine or anything else. So this is, we're going to start out with Folk Hello by Elizabeth Spurlock. I'm doing this on a 14 count piece of white Aida from my stash. And I am almost all out of words because I've been talking for so long today. Okay, so here we are. That is page number, this half is done. So now I'm moving on to the next half. I'm going to have to try and figure out the colors for those flowers because I don't know them. I never wrote them down anywhere. So life is exciting. The next thing in the pile of the bin number 2, is something I need to get a Ziploc bag for, but here we go. This is Butterfly Fuchsia by Mel Hill. And if you hear that, that is Simon, even though he's very quiet right now. I am currently working on Butterfly Fuchsia on a perforated piece of paper, and here we are. That's where we're at. All of those spaces, of course, are all beads. This is why I need a Ziploc bag. Alright. Alright, the next one up is Summer by Dimensions. Going to look like this. I've done the other 3, and this is just the 4th that needs to get finished. And it's just on a 14 count piece of light blue Aida. So it'll come down to about here. I really hope I was able to collaborate these all together as a video and not have it so small. When I first tried to film this today, it was an hour and 15 minutes and everything was mini. Like, it was like that mini frame, not the big frame. I don't know what the difference is. I don't know how to, I don't know. Anyway, next one in the pile is Silver Creek Samplers. It is Sing a Sampler series. So I'm done the first booklet. Now I'm working on the second booklet. And this is on a 28 count cream linen, I think, because there are slubs. So this is where we're at. Do re mi. Rawr. I am not stitching it in the called for colors, because I don't want to buy any more floss than I need to, because, you know, life. But I've partially kitted it up with Roxy Flossco Floss, self kitted it up. No other colorways. Alright. Stuck to the colors as close as possible. That's what I meant. Okay, Seasonal Cottages is next. I am working on this one right here. The Spring Cottage. Alright. And then, this is where we're at. I'm working on the third page across the top, and then once that's done, the whole top portion will be done, and I will move on to the bottom half of the chart. I am back stitching as I go because otherwise it will never happen. Yeah. The next one in the pile . Oh, I know what I did. I was missing something. I am missing A is for apple, but, oh, and this one too. Alright. I was missing A is for apple because that's another one out of a booklet, and I was like, I didn't get to show that one. Where did it go? It's in here. Alright, oh, and there's Promise of Spring. Okay. Because when I went through all my patterns before, all of my charts, no. A is for apple. I did not show it yet. Where did it go? I don't know where it is. It is currently MIA. Is it in another bag? No. No, that is all the bags. I showed it in my last video. Weird. I will find it. Anyway, let's continue. We were, before that whole thing, that whole confusion, okay, anyway, I don't know where it is. I thought I put it away. I just didn't grab it out of the bin, maybe. Anyway, this is Mill Hill. This is Witch's Brew. Wow, I'm getting tired. Okay, and then this is what it looks like. We're going to be very careful this time because the needle is still in there. Alright, and here we are. So, yeah, it's getting done. Slow but surely. Did not work at it at all this year, but that's okay. Maybe earlier in the year, but definitely not around Halloween. Because Halloween kind of just flew by, like, and then it was November. What? Right? Alright, next one in the pile is Plum Street Tired Trio. This is on a 28 count piece of ivory Lugana. Still trying to figure out where that went. Where are we here? Piece of fabric is far too big for its own good, but here we are. This is where we're at, with all of the threads hanging out all over the place. DMC, not called for colors for the most part. I am cleaning up as I go because, as most of you know, WIP parades are pretty big. Alright. Dream by Stony Creek. It's this one down here. I am working color by color, so color completing as I go for now. And this is where we're at. Not backstitching as I go because that would just be too easy, right? Alright, next one on the pile is Promise of Spring by Cottage Garden Samplings. It's on a 14 count piece of Aida. I did not think that it was going to be this big. I knew 14 count Aida was big, but this is massive. These flowers are massive. Massive. Go big or go home, right? The next one is out of a book that I don't have here, but most of you have seen it, and you kind of already get the picture of it because it's almost done. I only have 1.5 more left to do, so this is, I'll just show this. This is Fancy Teapot. Wow, Fancy Teapots by the Reader's Digest Big Book of Cross-Stitch Designs. So I was working on this one, and I have one more, and then I will be done. Not going to go get the book, and I'm not inserting a picture here because that wasn't the deal. These were all supposed to just be out of books. Alright, the next one in the pile. After this, there are 2 more. Okay, so this is what I call Ice Skating Anno. That's the chart name. And this is what I call Cat. It is right here. It's this dude right here. I'm not really driven to work on this right now, but maybe in the future one day. And this is how far I've gotten. So he's so close to being finished, but not so close at all. He is deceptively really big. The next one is called Happy Place by Loops and Threads. This is a companion piece to something that I had stitched last year or 2 years ago. And here we go. If I just put my mind to it, it would be done, but because my name is Julie, that doesn't happen. But it is, I think, part of my plans for January. Maybe. If I follow through. Alright, last but not least, because this is my most fanciest project that I own. This is Praiseworthy Stitches, Simple Gifts Christmas. I am stitching this on a 28 count piece of Picture This Plus Fog using Gentle Arts and Weeks Dye Works. There is a counting error. I was working on this over Christmas this year, or over December this year. There is a counting error in this section over here, but hopefully the next time I get it out, I will figure it out and not be frustrated. So I think the actual motif is right. It's just the steps I don't think are right. So, but if it's not the steps, then I don't know what it is, because I don't know. I'll go back and see. I'm presuming next December. That, my friends, is it. I'm done. It took all day. I thought it was going to take all day, but I didn't actually think it was going to take all day. Hopefully I can connect all these. If not, then I introed and outroed every video, and I can upload them all separately if I have to, which is silly because I think it's like no longer than an hour at least, like not at all, right? So hopefully it'll all work out. And I will see everybody. I might do a January plans video. I don't know though, because for the next 2 days, James and I are at treatment, and then it's New Year's Day, so who knows if I'll have time. If I do, then I will, but if I don't, then I won't. Simple as that. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for staying this long. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you very much. Have a great New Year's, and I will see everybody later. Bye, everybody. Sparkle and shine. Hello and welcome back. It is now almost 11 o'clock. I was editing that whole thing and realized I am missing a whole lot of projects. I was missing a couple full coverages and definitely a couple of my older projects. I forgot about the Walmart bag in front of me. I pulled out the full coverages, but I did not pull out any of the other ones. So here we go. It's been a day. It's been a day. Okay. This is Beacon at Rocky Point by Gold Collection Petites Dimensions. I was filming some of my booklets. I was going through and rewatching some of my booklets, and I was like, wait, I didn't show, and it's in this pile. So now we will get to the 55. Before that was not 55. Okay, here we are. So this is Beacon at Rocky Point. The next one in the pile that was not shown yet because Julie forgot to go through the list is Fall Mandala by Mill Hill. I only have a few stitches on this, so it might be the fact that I am going to restart it, but we'll see how that goes. Skitters is still right beside me. Maybe that's why he was clawing me before, being like, Mama, you didn't have all of the threads. I mean, all of the things. I think it goes like this, but it's just that very small start. At one point, it was just because I had to start it, I think. Didn't have to start it, but you know what I mean. Because when I was putting the full coverage away, I did miss one. That was a digital pattern, sorry. And I was not thinking about that, but I was thinking about A is for Apple when I showed you the frosty snow day piece. Anyway, and then I went in the blue Walmart bag at my feet and realized, oh, there were so many more that I hadn't shown you yet. Okay, so this one is a Nora Corbett. Charlotte's being very cute, even though she is scratching a box. And this is Miss Goss Swallowtail. Super, if you want to start with a Nora Corbett and you don't know where to start and you can find this one, do this one. Because it's a very much block stitching, very Mirabilia, Nora Corbett-y, but very much so easier than any of the other Miras / Nora Corbetts that I've ever done. So this is where we're at, with very bad lines. Alright, am I taller than I was last video? Good grief. Anyway, stitching this row by row for that wing at least. I might spend tomorrow, because I'm spending tomorrow in the hospital with James for one of his treatments, I might just end up collaborating all this tomorrow and throwing it up online tomorrow when I get home. This is my only other digital pattern in this collection, at least. This is Christmas Gnomes at the 1,000 stitch mark space. And maybe I will have better uploading situations tomorrow, because today's was not great. This was another one that I missed. I missed so many. I thought I had only missed one, and then I was like, wait, I didn't show that one either. But this is something else that I missed. This is Spot by Mill Hill. And I only have his beading left, so as soon as I get all set up somehow, I can finish his beading and call it a day. So this is where I'm at on Spot. All of his stitches are done, and we just need to put in all of his beads. James, if he wakes up, he's gonna be like, are you still filming? Yes, I am. Alright, next one up is Wolf by Dimensions. Another gold collection petite. This one is currently in a mini timeout because, you know, why would I enjoy stitching on a Dimensions? Okay, here we are. This is where we're at. One of his eyes are done, and I will be slowly next time maybe going this way for his other eye. Who knows? I do not know. This is the chart that came next that I was like, I didn't show that. Where did it go? What happened to it? This is the A to Z alphabet book. In this book, I am stitching this. This is called A is for Apple. It's by Sharon Pope. And here we are. It goes this way. So the whole outline is done. Everything is done. Now I'm just filling in the boxes. So in reality, I could try and pick this up one letter per month for the rest of the year, I think, almost. 3, so 8, 12, almost. Maybe every couple of weeks. But chances of that happening are slim to none. Because I started this so long ago and I'm still working on it, so it clearly doesn't need... Hello? Hello, Charlotte? Alright. Next one up is the second one. I was like, wait, I didn't show the people that. What is wrong, Charlotte? Do you hear that? She is adorable. This is Celestial Gathering by Dimensions. This is my oldest work in progress. It is looking like this now. I am looking through the fabric, so it looks alright. A little tilted, of course, but, you know, story of my life. If you've been around at all with me, you have seen that progress slowly. Another one, last one that I haven't given up on yet, but I took a break from for a really long time and got back to it this year, was Mirabilia's Savannah's Curtsy. This chart is in, I've made a photocopy of it because it's currently in so many folded pieces that yeah, okay. It goes like this. This is currently out of print. It was back late 90s, I think. This is where we're at. I did a restart this year because I had a lot stitched, but at the same point, there was a lot where I was like, I can't stitch this anymore because it's not lining up. There's so many stitches that aren't working for me anymore. I was definitely a beginner stitcher, I consider myself, when I started this piece oh so long ago, and now I know a little bit more at least, so, you know, that's good. I am going to end it there. That is all of the works in progress, because I did go through all of the spaces. I just remembered, I'm glad I went through that bin down there, because otherwise that was like, what, 7 or 8, 9 more projects? I'm going to say adios. Thank you. Thank you for staying with me. Even though you knew, I knew you knew at the end of the last clip, you're like, wait, no, there's more. No, I didn't realize it until I was putting it all together. Anyway, I hope you have a great New Year's, and I will see you January the 5th. I think that's the next Sunday. Okay, so bye, sparkle and shine.